I'm going to show you how to make Kreative Kiwi's freebie poppy coaster, and for that I'm going to be using some recycled wash away stabilizer today. I've made a video called how to recycle scraps of wash away stabilizer to use again. Look it up on my channel if you're interested in doing that. I'm using my 5x7 hoop, a couple of shades of red, some black thread, matching bobbin for the satin stitch. I've got my fabrics cut to size. I'm going to be floating some cutaway stabilizer over the top of my wash away, and I've got my trusty masking tape, painter's tape, depending on where you are in the world. My wash away stabilizer is already hooped because I've patched it up in the hoop. I'm now going to pop this into my machine and stitch round number 1, and that's going to give me my outline. I'm going to add the back fabric, so I'm going to turn my hoop over, place my fabric over the outline and tape it down. And turn it back over. And next I'm going to layer up my cutaway stabilizer, my batting and my front fabric. And once again I'm going to tape that down so that they don't move while they're being stitched. I'm now going to pop that into my machine and stitch round number 2, and that's going to secure all the fabrics and everything else to the hoop. We're now going to trim up all the excess batting, fabric and stabilizer. So I'm going to start off with the back. I've already removed the tape, and we're now going to trim around the stitch line. I'm now going to pop my hoop back in my machine and stitch round number 3, and that's going to do the satin stitch detail around the outside edge. I've decided to stick with the dark red to do the next round, which is round number 4, and that's going to be the inner flower detail. I've loaded my ready brown thread and matching bobbin into my machine, and I'm now going to stitch round number 5, and that's going to do the darker flower detail. I've loaded black bobbin and thread into my machine, and I'm now going to stitch round number 6, which is the final round, and that's going to do the centre of my poppy. So now I'm going to free my poppy from the hoop, so I'm going to cut away from the back and trim around the edge of the stitching, taking care not to cut the actual stitching itself. All it remains now is to remove all the excess wash away stabilizer from around the edge. So I'm just going to put a bit of tissue under here. I've got some warm water and my paintbrush, and I'm just going to dip it in and dissolve the edge. And there we have a poppy coaster. I hope you enjoyed this stitch along. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to be notified of new videos as they're published. And thank you very much for joining me.